Movie review time again, and I just saw the new Black Panther Wakanda Forever earlier today, and I'll have to say it's a pretty decent successor to the original Black Panther. Is it one of the top Marvel movies? No. It's definitely not one of the worst. I'd put it maybe in the top three-fourths, top 75% of the Marvel movies. They did a really good job, I think, of handling the passing of Chadwick Boseman, and they did some tributes to him, and that was handled very well. Most of the original cast is back, and I think they all did a good job. Of course, there's a new bad guy, the Namor character. I think that was handled relatively well. So overall, this beginning is a little slow. I'll say that the beginning was a little slow. It is a 2 hour, and it's about 2 hours and 40 minutes in length. So it's a long movie, and I think that was maybe part of the problem. They could have tightened it up a little bit more, and maybe it wouldn't have felt so kind of slow in the start. But once you get past, let's say into the first, past the first 25, 30 minutes, when they do introduce the Namor character, I think from there it picks up a lot more. Now, of course, I'll say that first portion, of course, is dealing with the death of the character. And I know there's, that can be a little slow, and I know that's, again, part of paying tribute to Chadwick, and I'm not trying to downplay that because it was necessary. I mean, you needed to see that, and it needed to be dealt with, and I think they did a good job. You just, maybe some other places you could have tightened it up a little bit more. Now, I did see the 3D version. I will say you don't need to see it in 3D. Just skip out on that. It's not necessary to pay the extra money. It's perfectly fine without the 3D. After a little while, I didn't even realize it was in 3D anymore, so I certainly wouldn't pay for the extra for seeing it in 3D. In terms of, and I'm not going to give anything away by telling you this, but in terms of post-credit scenes, there was only one post-credit scene, and it's, as usual, kind of about halfway through. There's nothing at the very end, so once you see that post-credit scene, it's safe to leave. You won't be missing anything else after that. So I would certainly, see it now. If you're interested, go out and see it. I think it's worth full price, and I would give it 4 out of 5 stars.